bilateral air service agreement because under the International Civil Aviation Authority organization's requirements, countries that are operating civil aviation services must be able to have a working relationship, and that working relationship defines trade in services, and start service here is transport, air transport. And there has been a conversation for quite a while now to make sure that we formalize already existing air transport services between the two countries, and that we have exchanged diplomatic notes, and we have discussed a number of times this agreement. Kenya is a signatory to so many of these bilateral air service agreements that facilitate how we designate airlines that come to the country, that designate how we have agreed with the Somalia government, how many flights will be going there, how do we designate those flights, what happens to questions like the traffic rights. There is something called 50 freedom rights that usually are exercised by countries. That is the ability of a country like Somalia to fly to Nairobi and then that flight to go again to another destination within the same country. The number of frequencies that are designated for airlines, and we have said in this situation we can operate 7 flights, weekly frequencies of airlines that have been scheduled based on the annexes that we have in this agreement. We have also agreed that there will be something called code sharing, that the airlines of our two countries can enter into a code share arrangement to see how they can assist each other in carrying of passengers, cargo between the two countries. We have also agreed here that automatically the airlines will be designated to fly to Mogadishu and Nairobi, and then the rest will be based on the designation that is done by respective ministries across the country. We have also agreed that this opens door not just for Kenya, for one airline, but all the airlines that will be designated by this ministry again to enjoy the benefits of flying to various destinations in Somalia based on the approvals that we will get. And this request is not new. For people who understand what happens within air transport sector, it's not new. Every day I get requests here for airlines to fly to Nairobi, fly to Mombasa, fly to other parts. And depending on the bilateral air service agreement that we have with the country that we are dealing with, then we agree with ourselves that in country X, we'll be designating only flights to one destination or more than one destination. We have agreed in this situation that between us and Somalia, we can do more than one destination, but we must start with one destination, which is Mogadishu for them and Nairobi for the others. But of course, you know also that there is a unique relationship between us and our sister country, that we have had a long relationship. A number of airlines are already designated with the approval of the Somalia government. They are already flying to various destinations. This agreement does not extinguish those designations. It actually recognizes and incorporates. So it doesn't mean that because now we've signed this bilateral air service agreement that airlines who are flying from Mogadishu to Nairobi or Nairobi to Mogadishu and vice versa, in this case, is that they are going to have to get a new approval. No, it means that the approvals that are existing are recognized via this agreement. Through this agreement, there are so many other things we are going to agree. We are going to help each other. It includes things to do with facilitating safety and security of our airspace in both countries, exchanging information on the same, capacity building on both countries. We are able to exchange information on the same. So this BASA that we've signed today just makes us operate the way other civilized nations in the world operate under the International Civil Aviation Authority and the Chicago Convention that defines our relationship as countries on airspace. on the use of our airspace. Yes, Waziri.